It's kind of in the same line. We have an organization, a business in this community that the Sun City Posse relies on every week, sometimes every day of every week. And they are the ones who, in an emergency, we can call them if one of our cars is out, if one of our tires is flat, if one of our headlights is just not shining the way it should be. And we need those cars to be running in as good condition as we possibly can. Otherwise, Bill's going to give us a ticket. But I would like to recognize now one of our representatives from Big O so that they can get a new certificate to take the place of their pretty old certificate. Butch, would you come up with Josh? So it's just a certificate of appreciation, with appreciation and thanks to Big O Tire in recognition of their many years of outstanding contribution to our organization and the community. One of our businesses, and showing them how much we appreciate them, we have people in our organization that we sometimes recognize. And we have Make a Difference awards for quite a few of you here, actually. So I'm going to ask Don to come up and read his citations.
If you see your name on the screen, please come up.
I need to get back and everybody in the same picture.
So there's somebody missing, of course, and she'll get her a little award, but they're in much cooler climes. They're sailing around Iceland right now.
Iceland, yeah. All right, our first award is for Butch Kurth. Butch goes the extra mile every day, and then some. He addresses issues with patrol cars almost as soon as they're written up, keeping our fleet of cars in good condition and available for patrol. He responds quickly to any issue involving Posse building. On Friday, June 12th, he cleared out the entire janitor closet near dispatch, took the shelves outside, scrubbed them clean, cleaned the disgusting floor basin and drain, waxed the floor, 2 coats, then put everything back really neat. The difference in the room is amazing, and as of this writing, he was outside at 100-degree heat, cutting up the tree by the garage that fell over during the weekend, which is an invaluable asset to the posse and greatly deserves the I Made a Difference award. The next one is for Roberta Lambin. On Lincoln shift, June 19th, 2026, in training dispatcher, Roberta Lambin, as she was learning how to use the car tracker, she saw that one of the cars marked is idling. It was car 19, one of our electric vehicles. It remained idling through the shift, which didn't make much sense to Roberta since she saw the car was parked in the parking lot and was seen to be plugged in. In her personal attention of details and a feeling something not being quite right paid off. At the close of the shift, she went out to meet Butch as he came in, ending his shift, asking him to check the car. Upon investigation, it was found that the car was indeed on and idling. It was parked appropriately, and the power cord was attached for charging. However, the charging activation was not completed. The car was actually not being charged and was still in the ready-to-drive mode. Roberta's attention and the action averted a minimum dead car battery, 12-volt system, a possible potential overheated situation, or worst-case scenario, electric car fire. Sometimes it's the little things that matter, with the possibility of big-time consequences. The next one is for Don Double. Sometimes it's the little things that make a difference. Don Double was quietly performed good deeds as the Adam 502 shift patrol on Friday mornings. On May 22nd, Don observed a pedestrian who had fallen during their walk. He walked her home, made sure she was okay. On May 29th, he retrieved a wayward turtle who had strayed close to Bellweb Boulevard. Don took the turtle to the golf course pond and released it, making sure it was comfortable in its new home. And on July 24th, we received a call from a resident who lived alone. Her smoke detector was tripping and she needed help. Don went to her home, removed the detector, found out the kind of battery needed, and upon finding out the resident didn't have a replacement, went to his own home, got one, returned and replaced the battery, and put the smoke detector back. Don is a good example of what the posse is all about, caring for community, even our resident turtles. The last one is for Danny Moore, Faye Moore, and Julie Blair. For a little more than a year, our members of the posse have been working on a new phone system to replace a system that was no longer being serviced by the supplier. It came into focus that now was the time to get a new system. Danny Moore led the team in finding vendors, comparing the pros and the cons, working many hours in making sure the system selected was the best fit for the posse. Along with Danny was Faye and Julie Blair, working alongside him to work out the kinks, check the procedures to make sure seamless transfer of networks, and selecting the different attributes of each button and each configuration that would work without a great deal of stress for the user. In the days before the final install and after the install, these three volunteers worked many hours making sure that everything was in place, doing pre-training to make sure it's easier for us users, and still are helping us to adjust to the changes. Their efforts to make sure we had the right equipment, how to use it, offering training and retraining and more training, show their passion for the posse.
And sometimes we recognize people for reaching milestones. And we have 3 people on the list. Of course, Joe is on vacation. But we have 3 people on the list for getting their 5-year PIN and certificate. Perry Johansson and Linda Johansson, come on down.
I'm not gonna get you pinning them, huh?